What's going on, Taurus? We're going to go ahead and jump into your April 2023 mid-month reading here. And give me 1 second. I'm just trying to pull up the chat. I usually don't go live on the individual signs, but I think moving forward, I'm just going to start going live and doing them. So welcome in, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and jump into your reading, Taurus. Let's take a look. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see what's going on for you, Taurus. Did y'all get notified, by the way? All right, Taurus. All right, let's do it. What's going on, Taurus? Let's just go ahead and jump straight in. Seven of Swords. You know, this card does not surprise me that it's coming out. This is Moon in Aquarius, and literally the Moon just came into Aquarius maybe an hour ago or 2 hours ago. So we're going to touch on that energy here. I don't think the Seven of Swords is really anything that's like crazy or anything like that. But let's just keep pulling cards here. You have the Four of Pentacles in your current energy. Your challenge is the Six of Swords, and you have the High Priestess in your future position here. Interesting, Taurus. I'm seeing in the future here that you're really going to have to dive within here and like listen to your intuition. It's almost like you could be needing like some peace and quiet to meditate on something here with this High Priestess energy. A lot of you guys are psychic and intuitive as well. But this is really about tapping into the inner world, tapping into the inner self, spiritually listening, right? That's the High Priestess. And we'll clarify that, of course, and we'll see what that is. But let's see. Let's keep going. You got the Six of Pentacles in your... Six of Pentacles in the position of something that you're unaware of. You have the Queen of Cups, how to get through your challenge. And you have the Two of Cups in your outcome here. Woo! All right, let's take a look here. The Seven of Swords being in the position, overall position here. There's things here that I feel like you're having to relook at, in a sense, with the Seven of Swords. And I see a lot of you guys like trying to come up with newer ideas. It's almost as if you're really trying to tap into a newer understanding of things. Taurus, I wanted to call y'all Pisces. Some of y'all are Pisces in y'all's chart. But with the Seven of Swords here, this does have a lot to deal with people and services and stuff like that. So for a lot of you, it's like maybe you're just kind of doing things for other people at this time, or you're in an energy of service with the Seven of Swords for the overall energy. But it's like you're really having to like relook at something is what I'm intuitively picking up. Having to really relook at something and come up with another way. It's like you're trying to find a solution here. So there's like a solution that needs to be figured out here. Interesting. Four of Pentacles is your current energy. So, no, I feel like a lot of y'all's center focus is around work. And it's around how you can achieve the things that you want to achieve, like how you want to achieve your goals here. And for some of you, it's like you're starting to get success and you're trying to further that success here. But it's almost like there's a stop here. And it's interesting because Venus is starting to square Saturn. I think it squares Saturn tomorrow, like exact, but it's already squaring Saturn at this time. So Venus square Saturn is going to put resistance and inertia in your way when it comes to you wanting to continue something here. And so what the challenge is for you is like you're really having to dive within and listen to your intuition here, because you may not know all the information, or you may not things. And you need to look below the surface, basically. With the Six of Swords being in your challenge, again, it's like I feel like you're trying to move forward here. You're trying to figure out a newer way to do things, because right now I'm feeling like you're getting met with resistance. And the High Priestess, if you think about it, it is the archetype of the Moon, but it also relates to Pisces too. And Saturn's in Pisces, right? with the Venus square Saturn energies. So the High Priestess in the future is like you're really gonna have to dive within here. And it's interesting too, because I feel your connection to source or your connection to spirit or the divine is actually getting a lot stronger here as well. The High Priestess is one of those cards where I always gotta pull a clarifier on it, because it's just like a veil, or like I have to see through the veil. It's almost like a cloak up with the High Priestess every time I see it. It's like, okay, well, I gotta look beyond the veil here. Six of Pentacles is in the position of something that you're unaware of here. I do feel like you have some rewards coming towards you. It's interesting as well, Saturn is starting to sextile the North Node and trine the South Node. And the nodes are, you know, you can call those points of destiny or fate. Whenever Saturn is making good aspects to the nodes, we can reap past karma, like good karma, right? So past deeds, work that you've been doing starts to pay off. And also doors may close here as well. Like things that are, doors that need to close will close. And the ones that are starting to open is like the ones you need to walk through here. Queen of Cups is how you get through your challenge as your advice. Well, you're having to look internally, Taurus. I know it's like such like a mundane thing to say, but you're really having to look within here and like listen to your intuition here. And also Queen of Cups has a lot to do with the inner spirituality as well. There could, you know, you may be even feeling like blocks when it comes to just like your mindset, the way you're thinking, the way you're feeling about things, right? So something's got to change, I'm getting here. And the Queen of Cups is about mastering your inner world. Security in the inner world. Being able to improvise, adapt to life circumstances. But you do have the Two of Cups. And also too, I want to say this as well. For some of you, it's like your heart chakra. Like, I feel like you need to listen to your heart. Like if your intuition is telling you one thing, then tap into that, right? Trying to use logic right now, especially with the Venus energies, right? Venus and Gemini, squaring Saturn. It's like, there's an intuitive nature that needs to be embraced here. And the Two of Cups is your outcome. So I feel like this is your needs getting met. I feel like if this is a love situation here as well, for some of you, I do see a coming together here in the outcome. Others of you, this isn't really revolving around love. This is just you being able to have inner harmony and union with yourself and not feeling like you're disconnected or you're scattered or you're dealing with fragmentation in a way. All right, let's keep going. Y'all be sure to smash that like button too if y'all in here. It really does help me in the channel, so I appreciate it. All right, let's see. You got Midhaven, Pinnacle here. I feel like this is it's like what you're striving toward in your life with the Midhaven, right? I'm also hearing spiritual identity here as well. I think we forget that the Midhaven could also mean like the discovery and the embrace of your spiritual identity. Yes, it has a lot to do with the practical, right, and work and career. But if you actually were to transmute the practical energy, right, and tap into the spiritual, like you can do both, right? But anyways, if this is in regards to work, your success, it's like you may be having to sort of embrace change here and be flexible and adaptable. All right, don't be afraid to get creative. Let's see. Yeah, you got the Sky Dancers. It says surrender here. And that is what the High Priestess is. The Four of Pentacles is when we feel like we can just muster our way through things, right? Like sometimes if you have like a very strong Saturn in your chart, you're like, well, I'll just meet force with force, right? Sometimes there's like a need to be like, all right, like I gotta surrender. I gotta embrace what's going on here. So I think it's about surrendering to change, allowing yourself to be open and receptive. And it's interesting too, because Venus is in Gemini, right? Like I just said, squaring Saturn in Pisces. But the dispositor, and then also, okay, so Saturn's also making good aspects to the nodes. So this is really, it is highlighting like our destiny points moving forward. And the dispositor of the North Node Taurus is Venus, and Venus is getting squared right now, right? And so if you look at Taurus, Scorpio, and then you look at Venus and Saturn, anything that's superficial, anything that's surface level, is going to be met with resistance and inertia, right? Not saying you're living superficially, that's not what I'm saying. But this may just be an energy of having to look more deeply into something, right? Reflecting more deeply, seeing if something is spiritually aligned for you or not. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Five of Pentacles here. What in the world? Here's the thing with this energy. So if anybody's newer to my channel, I read the cards, right? The meanings of the cards, but I also look at like the astrological energy as well. And I know the charts in my head. I know the transits going on in my head, and I can see it playing out in the reading. So one thing coming up, I feel, with the Seven of Swords with Moon in Aquarius, and then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is Mercury and Taurus. Well, the Moon will square Mercury and Taurus. Like literally Mercury is in Taurus right now, and that's the Five of Pentacles, right? And the Moon's in Aquarius, which is the Seven of Swords. So the Moon will square Mercury, which Moon square Mercury can be kind of frustrating in a way, because you're trying to process your internal world, and there's tension and there's resistance there. So you're just maybe having to let go and embrace, and then see what comes, rather than try to force something, or rather than try to just feel like you know the answer to everything. So it's about taking time out to understand differently, right? Clarify this Four of Pentacles for Taurus. You have the Hangman here. I knew it. I knew it. Well, here's the thing. I get here in your current energy, there's like a need to take a moment to pause and reflect. Now, if you've already done the pausing and reflecting, then this is just about allowing and embracing with the Hangman. It's about surrendering. It's about realizing that you don't have control over everything. And there's certain things that you may need to let go of that you've been holding on to for a while, right? Because the Four of Pentacles can be the hoarder type of energy. But there may be a need to like allow and embrace newer things to enter, or newer ways to do something. Oh, look at that. Hard. This card just came out hard. Queen of Swords is in the position of your challenge with the Six of Swords. I just feel like you're trying to understand something in a newer way before you're able to proceed. And I feel as well you may be having a hard time processing something logically, because again, there's something that needs to be, like the intuitive nature needs to be embraced. You have the Death card here and the High Priestess. Woo, some of you are into the occult for sure in the future, or divination. Every time I see the Death card, the High Priestess, definitely some divination, occult, psychic, clairvoyant abilities here. But again, I think this is, again, surrendering to change. Like, the old you must go through, or must, like, be shedded. Old things must be shedded. High Priestess Death card. And just embracing the inner transformation, surrendering, and letting go of control. The key to all mystery. Four Pentacles on the Six of Pentacles in the position of something that you're unaware of. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, Taurus. I feel for some of you, there may be kind of an energy of stinginess here. I know how Tauruses can be, okay? But if you know you're not stingy, then don't worry about it. But others of you, if you have something to offer, right? Like, offer it. I feel like it has value. But I also see here as well, like, you're getting rewards as well from past actions. Like, you're reaping good karma. Six of Pentacles is always my karma card too. So. Ace of Swords on the Queen of Cups here. Yeah, like an inner knowing. You have to listen to your inner knowing. And there's also a need to get very clear emotionally and spiritually. You know, I think you're trying to process things a little bit too logically or analytically here. It's like your mind's telling you one thing, maybe your heart's telling you another. But I feel like it's like listening to the heart, listening to your intuition. Obviously be smart, right? Have some type of logic. But yeah. You gotta discover the inner world, Taurus. I'm not saying that you're not. But what I am saying is, like, there's a blockage, and I feel like everybody's getting hit with this blockage. It's Venus square Saturn. The whole collective's getting hit with this. So there's like a need to be Saturn and Pisces. Reflect. And intuitively come to conclusion. And once you find your answer, when you reflect and go within and listen to your intuition, do something practically about it while moving forward. Or just listening to your intuition. Right? Inner guidance, basically. You got the Eight of Cups here on the Two of Cups. This is you, again, the High Priestess and the Death card being here. Like, this is you surrendering, letting go. And I feel because of it, you're able to walk away from things that you know aren't in spiritual alignment with you. Or just let go of past experiences and move forward and be open to newer ones. And the Two of Cups is like having that inner peace and serenity while doing so. Okay. You got you are being called into service, believe in your own guidance. I told you. The Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords. You know the answer. This card's also a 5 and it got my attention. So there's definitely stress, challenges, and obstacles that you're facing. And I feel the universe is wanting you to listen to your own intuitive energies here. You know, sometimes we give the best advice to like our friends and shit or family, but we never take that advice for ourselves. It's like, why do we do that? All right, let's pull your final outcome, and then after this, we're gonna go, after this I'm gonna do Virgo's reading. So if you got Virgo in your placements, or if you just wanna come to the Virgo read, we'll be over there. Knight of Wands, the Palace of Wands, and the Queen of Swords here. I feel like this has a lot to do with the thing, like, if you think about the Palace of Wands, I'm using a different deck, but the Palace of Wands is basically the archetype of an environment. But with the wands, it's like a fiery environment. So it's whether this is some type of leadership or whether this is just some type of inspirational thing or something that you're very passionate about. Sometimes I look at the Palace of Wands as like a workout facility, you know, because it's like where you let out that fire energy, right? That's just an example. But the Palace of Wands is also as well creating a fun environment. Surrounding yourself with people that you're inspired by. Creating a more passionate, fulfilling life. And the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords being here, it's really just about listening to your own internal guidance and taking action, inspired action. And it's also about acting in accordance with like your inner truth and sticking to your integrity, right? There's some of y'all may wear like necklaces or a necklace here. I mean, I know a lot of people wear necklaces, but I feel like there's something like, it's something like big about the necklace or something like that. I have no idea. Don't worry about it if if it doesn't resonate. But okay, so that's what I got for you, Tauruses. What you're striving toward, what you're trying to build in your life is definitely there. But you're having to really listen to your internal, because you may be trying to answer everybody else's questions, or you're logically analyzing things too much, you know, and you're not acting enough, or you know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, Taurus. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to Virgos. If you like the video, don't forget to smash that like button, obviously. If you want to book personal reading with me, the link will be down below in the description. And what else? Yeah, if you want to, be sure to subscribe, click the notification button bell. You'll get notified when I go live. And otherwise than that,